Hello there. The brutal handling of the gas supplier British Gas with vulnerable defaulting customers whose homes were broken into has caused a scandal in Great Britain. The British gas parent company Centrica expressed contrition because of that. They are really very sorry, Centrica said after the utility was confronted with the subcontractor's brutal practices. And Business Secretary Grant Shapps said, "I'm appalled at what this research has found." And Prime Minister Rishi Sunak was also shocked, as they claim. The regulator Ofgem has meanwhile intervened and on Friday night banned British Gas and all other suppliers from breaking into houses and forcibly installing prepaid devices. Centrica's share price fell by a good 3% on Friday, making it the biggest loser in the London FTSE 100 stock index. More than £150 million in market value was lost. The Times newspaper uncovered the scandal with an undercover investigation. A reporter was hired by debt collector Arvato Financial Solutions from the Bertelsmann Group, which works for British Gas. The number of defaulting gas customers has grown due to the sharp rise in energy prices. There are now hundreds of thousands with arrears. The reporter reported how Arvato employees drove up in British Gas vans and, with the help of a locksmith, broke into homes in the cold of winter to install prepaid meters. These devices switch off gas and electricity automatically if the customer does not transfer enough money online with an app or load it onto a prepaid card. Then it can get very cold in the apartment or the house. Among the customers whose doors were forced open were a young mother with a 4-week-old baby, a single father with 3 children, a woman who appears to be mentally ill, and families with dependents who are physically challenged. An Arvato employee said he enjoys breaking into apartments. Faced with the research findings, Centrica said, "This is not how we are supposed to do business." CEO Chris O'Shea said in a BBC interview the business practice on behalf of British Gas was inexcusable and would be stopped. The subcontractor failed, but he was responsible for it. The regulatory authority explained that the gas meters of vulnerable customers should not be forced to switch to prepaid devices, and this includes people with physical and mental disabilities. According to Ofgem rules, the utility must offer emergency credit to these people if they can no longer pay. The question now is how British Gas will compensate those affected. Secretary of State for Energy Graham Stewart told O'Shea to find all customers and pay redress. Energy prices have risen sharply in the past year. For an average UK household, the annual bill doubled in stages until the government capped it at £2,500. The state pays a few £100 in grants to many households, particularly pensioners and the needy. However, more citizens than before are in arrears with their suppliers. The corona crisis also contributed to this. According to the Times, the number of garnishments authorized by the court rose to around 345,000 in the 11 months to December 22. That's an increase of about a third compared to the time before COVID. A report by energy consultancy Cornwall Insight estimated that utility customers now have around £1.6 billion in arrears and breaking in, and that this is not only a subsidy of British gas, but also a subsidy of a German company, is not very fun here, but I will not keep it secret either. And if anybody today was wondering about my voice, let me just say we are in weeks of carnival here at the moment. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.